Welcome to another edition of BusttheNet. Today we'll do something different. I'm also the manager of Brazil. Oh man, that's hilarious. Okay, so we have a Brazilian team who's in the World Cup qualifiers. I made a lot of changes to my Brazilian team. There are a lot of players. I just brought them in. Um, so my management style with Brazil is almost the same as it is with West Brom. I don't do anything different. The only in the case of Brazil, we have a larger pool of players, and so when it comes to my squad, I'm actually fairly selective. So I have a set of attribute filters that I use a lot of. One of the things I noticed about the Brazilian national team is the fact that they don't really have high attributes for bravery. If you look at your team and you look at bravery for the whole team, you will notice that half of my team that is selected has a bravery level of 10 and below. That is a lot of that is definitely something of concern whenever I want to play the style that I enjoy, where we have to close down very high up the pitch. The same when it comes to international football, we use the same system 4-3-1-2. So now we're playing a Peru side that is fourth on the table. They've lost two matches against Chile and Uruguay. This is the first time Brazil are playing Peru. So far, we've had some notable wins away from home, coming to Colombia, Chile, and Uruguay. We've come into this match following a 4-1 hammering of Argentina and a 3-0 hammering of Colombia. So let me ask the our friend, my assistant manager, to make some recommendations on who should be playing. Wendell, I'm gonna remove him from his position so he doesn't have to play. He's injured. In goal, we will be depending on Alexandro. Mixiraka, I'll be playing. Nathan is my player. Gauchino is going to be rested for this game against Peru. So, looking at looking at Peru, they're playing with White Diamond. Now, the White Diamond can be quite dangerous. Their White Diamond looks almost like my White Diamond. So it looks like their fullbacks are not going to go charging up the pitch a lot. They're probably going to come to the halfway line. They have an attacking forward who's most likely is going to hold up the ball. Look at his position. He's either a poacher or an advanced forward. This guy, number 10, is most likely is going to be playing as a DLF on support. We know this guy is probably going to be AM or but he's in a support role. So if you go on attack here, most likely one more support here. So we will play wide. You can play narrow as well. It doesn't really make much of a difference. We probably might be better off playing narrow in this game. Uh, okay, it looks like my screen is set differently. So we'll start the match and I'll flip it. So here we go. Alex Telles on the left flank, charging down the left flank. 68% possession from Brazil. It's only still early in the game. Looking at Maicon, who's got 90% conditioning. He's got to take the corner. Malcolm. Oh, Malcolm. Well wide. I'm pretty happy with the domination of Brazil in this game thus far. I didn't do much, and I've already pre-selected most of my squad. I know that half of my team don't have good bravery ratings. Oh, Tobias. I just called this chap into the national team. He was actually not in our national team, and he's making his debut. It was a pretty nice goal. Typical Brazilian slammer from outside the box. That's Henrik laying it back to Tobias, who slams that ball without mercy into the net. Okay, let's look at Tobias right now. Tobias, new player, 22 years old, brought him into the national team. He's got 9 for bravery. He's playing quite well. Matthias Henry will find Teles. Teles is the fullback who somehow or another found himself in the middle of all the drama in the penalty box. Okay, we see Matthias Henrique. He's a bit he's carrying an injury. So he may have created the first goal, but he looks like he's struggling. We will take Matthias Henrique off and bring on one of the other strikers soon. Malcolm Stein Dora, the central defender, who played back to the keeper. I like um, the 4-4-2 wide diamond can be a pretty good system, but I guess if you're playing it the way the AI plays it, you'll have issues because your players are going to be fairly isolated. Having them cut inside in the form of a mid-round doubter is always a good idea because he's always going to be cutting inside. There's always going to be a player to pass the ball to. In this particular case, we know that Brazil on a bad day will still play better than Peru. I'm far from pleased with what you guys are doing, but now I want to rest Enrique and bring in Gaucho. No point pushing the boy. Give Gaucho a chance. Mike on with the corner. Ooh. Nathan from West Brom. Tobias again. He's having a really good game. Gaucho. And oh, Tobias almost doubled his tally of goals. Maicon is having a 6.5 among the Brazilian team. If I want to substitute anyone, it will be Maicon. Okay, Maicon is playing as a deep line playmaker, so I can bring on someone like Oscar to play in that position. So Maicon will be taken off, and Oscar will come on. Maicon's ratings went from 6.5 to 6.3 in a game we are winning. Immediately tells me, don't leave him on the pitch. Toraya makes it 2 from a corner. Brazil clearly doing a lot better in the second half. 17 shots on goal, 66% possession. Comedy of errors in the box. Now I will look at taking Nathan off and play Firmino in his place and see how he does. Firmino is going to be a Liverpool player very soon. I am a Liverpool supporter. And I have to say, while he looks good as a 23-year-old in the Brazilian team, I've never thought of him as a major addition to our side. Why? He's got poor balance. No, he might be a workhorse in terms of his work rate, but yeah, he has to really convince me. I think he's going to be good for a Liverpool side who need all the help they can get. I just hope they sell Sterling off. Seriously, don't keep Sterling. £40 million is just too good an offer. Here we go, another Gaucho. Ooh, you skimmed the goal. Well, Brazil clearly, were playing by themselves. It was like a training match for them. Peru didn't do much. Peru didn't do anything. 25 shots on goal for Brazil. Clear-cut chances too. Half-cut chances too. Not a bad performance. Not a great performance. I don't think we'll win the World Cup. But my goal is to take Brazil to the World Cup. And then I'm going to quit. Or maybe I'll win the World Cup. And then I'm going to quit. And then I'm going to go manage a side like Scotland. So we've beaten Peru at home. And now we've got a match against Paraguay. Paraguay... They've already lost 4 games this season. They've lost to Chile, Uruguay, and Peru, all away with matches, and Colombia at home. So now we have Alex Telles is suspended, so Josima will come on. pick again. Juan Jesus. Josima is not available. So we have players that can't be played. Maicon had a pretty awful game. Against Chile, he didn't really play very well, so we will not be using Maicon. Gaucho showed some promise in that game. Firmino will probably play in place on Nathan because I need to see a bit more from this player. Matthias Enrique will be We have two Matthias Enrique, so it can be quite confusing. So he's actually an AMC. So Gauchino will be on the bench. Maicon, Wendell. Wendell is now got some fitness. Marco Philip is a goalkeeper. Gaucho Nathan will be on the bench. On the right, I'm going to give Ramiro a chance, give Mixuraka a break. This, so you will notice, I'm totally keeping my own players off the bench. Gauchino, West Brom player, I'm benching him. Mixuraka, West Brom player, I'm benching him. Nathan, West Brom player, I'm benching him. Terrible, am I not? This is the Brazilian national team. I know we can. Some players will play here, some others will play in another fixture. Oh, here we go. It's a wide formation that we need to use against these guys. Without a shadow of a doubt, I'm going wide because that's a very defensive formation. I'll tell my boys to show me what they can do to keep the run going, and off we go. Brazil against Paraguay. It'll be interesting for me to see how Firmino does because I haven't really used him at all as a Brazilian national coach. I've just only recently called him into the Brazilian national team. The 4-4-2 is a box formation. It's pretty easy for you to play around it if you have the right players. Very South American in orientation, that system. That's Enrique will definitely get to that ball first. Can he find somebody? Yes, he does find Roberto Firmino. Shows what he can do early. Can he actually add value to this team? Malcolm. Malcolm. Tobias played for us against Peru in the last game. Did well. When you're playing a 4-4-2 with a defensive midfielder, it comes out of the box. You already know it's a defensive formation, so you have options to yourself. You want to look at shouts that allow you to stretch that team. You need to stretch them out, and you must have players in your team who are willing to run at them. At the moment, Firmino is not that kind of a player. He is actually he's got low stats for bravery, so I don't think he's going to. He may have a high work rate, but I doubt he's going to make any challenges. If Firmino is dropping in condition, he's definitely not going to stay. Matthias Enrique is not having a good game. Brazil clearly may have the possession, but they're having a tough time breaking down this stubborn Paraguayan side. Malcolm will have to be substituted. Gauchino will come. Oh, please let them play out the half. Don't be an idiot. We'll bring in the West Brom connection. Malcolm, thank you for showing us what you can't do. That's it, mate. You're out of this team. Nathan and Gauchino, two West Brom players. Nathan shows how desperate Brazil can be by diving unnecessarily. Matthias already rises. Nathan will pick up the ball, finds his partner Gauchino, and they score. The West Brom connection. That's what the commentator might say. Nathan to Gauchino rewarding my faith in him with a goal. As we potentially are going to make the 7 wins out of 7 for our World Cup qualifying campaign. This was a very stubborn Paraguayan defense. Playing wide and having Nathan did well to find Gauchino. Oh no! ST Garibia, could that be offside? No, it's not. They've scored their first goal. We are furious. That was an offside goal. Come on, ref. He was miles offside. There he is. He's offside. We've been robbed. We have been robbed by the AI. Come on, boys, show some character. Nathan, come on, Gauchino, makes it two. We have taken the game back. Yes, the referees will not deny us our win. The boys showing true character. Paraguay doing really well. They could have screwed us over, but no, Brazil, they kept their heads. Some players were not good enough. 8 out of 8 wins for our qualification campaign. I hope you've enjoyed this edition of BusttheNet. It was slightly different. Okay, we looked at international management. It's the same principles as club management, except that you might have a larger pool and you have to be a bit more selective in the way you choose, and a lot of it depends on the kind of players that you have at your disposal. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. Drop me a note at BusttheNet or at my website, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Bye.